I started my RuneScape adventure by watching YouTube recommended videos about the game while not knowing anything about it. In one of those, by Will Miss It, he mentions a game mode called Instant Demo, which was a way to play the game without creating an account in a small portion of the free-to-play area, among other restrictions. Later, when I already was playing the game, I researched the topic more on the RuneScape wiki and found out that it was removed from the game in October of 2010. And since then I thought more and more about the instant demo and how I wish I could play it, and finally I decided to make my own version of it. Say hello to Demo Enjoyer, a hardcore Ironman that I will be playing, restricted by a rule set inspired by the original instant demo. As with every series like this, there will have to be some exceptions, and first of all, we will not be abiding by the instant demo restriction of a level 20 cap on skills, 200k cap for wealth, and I will also be able to store more than 34 items in the bank. There is no real way for me to enforce those restrictions, and even if there was, I believe lifting them will make for a healthier playthrough, and I will also be able to use chat because, come on. Secondly, the account will have membership. In the original demo, your account was free to play only, but since there is no grand overarching goal for the area we are in, like the Theater of Blood or the Inferno, I think unlocking members content will make the whole adventure far more interesting than sticking to free to play. And also, I already have a free to play UIM, so that would be just playing a different version of something that I did already. And lastly, I have decided to complete the Druidic Ritual quest and include the Falador herb patch within the allowed map area. The Druidic Ritual is required to do herb law and there is no way around it, and Falador herb patch will make farming and herb lore training a little more realistic. So with all that being said, I hope you'll enjoy the series, and let's jump right in. We just landed in Lumbridge. I already booted up my account with membership and we are ready to begin the adventure. We are playing as a hardcore Ironman and I would preferably like not to die, so we will be accepting our hardcore Ironman armor, and I will also be rolling with a shield around, even though it boosts the weight by a little bit. And I think I'm gonna focus on quests for now, big shocker. But I need to start thinking about this area in a completely different manner than I usually do when I'm playing on my other regular accounts. So I think I will do a little bit of exploring where I know it's safe and learn some of the shop stocks and item respawns. And I will also be pickpocketing men a little bit to earn that early thieving experience and some GP that we will use later for a steel axe and whatever else we might need. To visualize the area I'm working with, I decided to whip out my Marvelous Paint 3D skills and cut it out, so we can access Lumbridge and the areas around it, including Lumbridge Swamp and the Wizard's Tower. We can access Draenor Village and the Falador Farm Patch, the Draenor Manor, and then the Varrock and areas around it, including Champions Guild if I can get enough quest points to enter it, and the Cook's Guild, and also the Edgeville Dungeon. Let's go, boys! First major upgrade of the account, the leather boots. +1 slash and +1 crush defense, absolutely major gear upgrades over here. The essential 2 quests, here's Cook's Assistant and Sheep Shearer, completed for some easy cooking and crafting XP, and level 5 thieving, and with it enough GP to, close to enough GP, yes, now enough GP to purchase a steel axe, which means that whenever I feel like I can get started on wood cutting. I also went ahead and completed the Restless Ghost. That will be a lot of free prayer XP, and next up I would really like to complete Vampire Slayer, but for that I need a magic level and preferably a magic staff and some runes, And for that, I need money. So to get money, I think the best macro efficient way would be to just do more thieving. That's why when I was in Draenor, I bought out a whole inventory of wines, and I think it's time to get started on the thieving training until about 2,000 gold, I want to say. I got up to level 10 thieving on men and women before switching to farmers, and they were vastly better than men. Mostly because you can one-click pickpocket them and they give triple the gold. But then I remembered we can actually use the T-stall in Varrock. It's right by the edge of the area I can be in. And so I will be using the T-stall to get my thieving level higher so I don't fail as many pickpockets. And since we're already here, I will be hitting those dummies. You can hit them as many times as you want until level 8 attack, and they give pretty decent experience. So I will be clicking on them to get XP before we do the Vampire Slayer quest. Also, I got my first random event of the account, and we got the quiz random. I could have picked the 1000 gold and be done with the grind for GP then and there, but you know, if you want to get that baguette, you gotta pick the mystery box. So let's open, and we got screwed. I'm done with thieving for a while, and here's our cash stack, so it's time to do some shopping. So first I'm gonna buy a Chronicle and one teleport card. If you use this, it teleports you to the Champions Guild, and since that is in my area, my allowed area, that will be my safety teleport for Vampire Slayer. And then I will go to Varrock and I will buy a staff. I think I'll buy a Staff of Fire and then some air and mind runes, and then we pretty much will be ready to complete the quest. Max hit of Count Draenor is 3, and since we leveled to 11 hit points and I have all of those wine, I think we will be more than fine. Yeah, like I thought, fight was pretty easy, only drank 4 wines, and a small interesting fact I learned from playing RuneScape Classic is that the garlic actually not only reduces stats of Count Draenor, but also deals 10 damage at the start of the fight. So if you see his HP being already depleted when the fight starts, that is because of the garlic. And yeah, all of this attack XP boosts us up to level 22 attack, which is enough to skip all of the bronze and iron and steel and move on straight to mithril, I think. So now we can efficiently start training our combats. This is the Varrock sword shop, and we will be buying the mithril sword here. This is the best weapon I can access for now. And the shop also sells adamant swords, so that will probably be my best weapon for a long time. I was pretty sure we can access the Champions Guild, but it requires 32 quest points, and even with membership, there's just not enough quests in the area that I can complete. There are some that are infuriatingly close to being completable, such as the Person of Interest and the X marks the spot. I'm gonna pull up my allowed area at the moment, and I'm gonna show you where you need to go for Person of Interest and the X mark the spot, and see how close those are to my limitations of my area that I can go, even though if they were available, that still wouldn't be enough quest points, I think, which kind of sucks because in the Champions Guild there's the Champion Challenge, and that would be cool to try to collect as many Champion Scrolls and then complete the fights. But we're still gonna try to collect the scrolls anyway, just can't really turn them in. I just found out after already recording this video that we can't in fact get any champion scrolls unless we have over 32 quest points, so that will not happen unless they add more quests to the area. After getting level 10 cooking, we can start the recipe for disaster, and while I know I cannot even complete the first part of the quest, which is bringing the 4 items, I know for sure that there's no way for me to bring a Dirty Blast. The closest thing for me would be to complete the dig site quest, but that is sadly very closely over my area limits, out of the bounds. So I just want to start the quest and see if the chest will appear downstairs. We also receive 100 gold, but if the chest appears without completing any further tasks, that would be pretty amazing just to have a bank over here. And sadly it doesn't. That sucks. I think it will appear very shortly after we give the items to him, but I don't think there is any way for me to obtain the Dirty Blast, so rip the dream. I hit level 20 strength in Fred's chicken coop over here, so I think I'm pretty done with melee training for now. I decided to leave defense for later to fight some better monsters, because even though chickens are extremely useful because they drop feathers, and I think there is no feather shop in the area, the other drops they give, regular bones and raw chicken, kinda are not really useful anymore. I got to 25 cooking and 13 prayer, so I think we will be changing monsters for further melee training, but for now I want to focus on two last things, which is trying to complete this clue scroll. We got a beginner clue scroll with a wizard's tower step, so we will be trying to complete that. And I also got a raw bear meat. I went ahead and killed a bear south of Varrock, so we will be going and completing the druidic ritual quest, which is one of the exceptions, as I mentioned, and I think it's best to just get it done in episode 1 and then we can finish in stride. Sucks. And with that, we have completed the druidic ritual quest, and I can teleport back to Lumbridge, back to my area. Thank you everyone for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. If you enjoyed, I hope to see you in the future ones. Leave a comment, leave a like if you really enjoyed it. And I just gotta say, I'm so excited about this account. I have so many ideas, so many things I still need to explore and work out. And in the next episode, I think we will start to think about some longer term goals already. But for now, I'm happy with where the stats are. And as I said, I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.